It's going. So, let's get into it. Mad Maestro. So, this is a PS2 2002 rhythm game. The original title for this in Japan was called Bravo Music. And I believe this was kind of a budget release in Japan and also out west. So this is part of the Fresh Games label from IDOS. So Desert Productions, I'm not sure if they also did the Japanese version or if they just credited as the people who brought it west, but Desert Productions is what I got on it and published by IDOS. So this is a rhythm game, but it is very much unlike a lot of other rhythm games that you would typically have on consoles. So you can see here we got a conductor, and then the title's Mad Maestro. So this is actually a classical music rhythm game, capital C classical music, and very unlike what you hear in most rhythm games. So the city plans to destroy the concert hall. You are a promising young conductor attempting to recruit the best musicians in your town. Once you've got your ensemble together, it's time for the big show, a musical extravaganza at the Symphony Hall. Perform perfectly and keep music alive for generations to come. Hit a bad note and you'll be looking for a new gig. Alright, so like, as far as the stage presentation goes for this, the closest analog is something like Parappa the Rapper. Jammer Lammy is kind of the way that scoring and judging works in this game as you go through the stages. So 11 levels to beat, including the epic performance at the Symphony Hall. I'm pretty sure there's more than 11 levels, but I could be misremembering. I seem to remember this game being a lot longer than what this is implying. Feel the music with touch-sensitive controls. So this is also what really sets this game apart from a lot of other rhythm games, is that technically this is a one-button game. So what this game does is it uses the touch-sensitive, pressure-sensitive buttons on the PlayStation 2 controller, and even though you're pressing the same button over and over again, what determines what is and isn't a note is how hard you press on the button here. So a light touch on this meter would be about here, a medium press would be around in the middle, and a heavy press on the button would be up here. And how hard you have to press the button is determined by what color each of these notes are. So you not only have to keep the proper beat of all these, you also have to be pressing the correct pressure on the button while you're doing that. And that actually makes this kind of tricky. Trickier than it would seem for a one-button game, you know? Alright, and then we can also recruit a lion, a model, a news reporter, a fisherman, and space aliens to play in your oddball orchestra. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist here of Mad Maestro. Playfresh.com, I highly doubt that this exists anymore. E for everybody, mild violence. Sure. One player, 92 kilobytes on the memory card, and analog control. So, this is also because of the pressure-sensitive button stuff. You can only play this with a DualShock 2 controller. There's a lot of PS2 games that you can play with pretty much any controller. This one you absolutely have to use a pressure-sensitive controller on. This is also a compact disc game. This was not on DVD. So this, I remember being a little disappointed by that. Of like, hey, all the good games come on DVDs, but this is on a CD. So sure. And also a thing to keep in mind is if your PlayStation 2 has like a bad laser in it, sometimes the laser in a PS2 will be able to read DVDs properly, but it can't read CDs because the CD portion of the laser unit assembly is like out of whack, you know? So that was actually something to keep in mind here with PS2 games. It's like, well, shit, this came on a CD. I guess like what I actually had to do later on in like the mid 2000s was I had to convert my CD games into DVD games and then reburn them on a DVD-R so that my PS2 could actually read the disc, because otherwise it actually couldn't read CDs. So that's why I bring this up, because I had to do some weird stuff in the mid 2000s to actually play some of these PS2 games. All right, and then this is what the disc looked like for it. I still have this disc back there, and yeah, you could tell what kind of disc a PS2 game was based off of the color of the back of the disc, and you can actually see it here on the inside. If it's blue, it's a CD. If it's silver or mirror finish, then that's a DVD. So that's how you can tell. And I think the dual layer discs were also like another color too. I think they were gold, maybe. I didn't have many games like that, so I'm not super sure. Okay, so let's take a peek at the manual here. All right, Mad Maestro. Man, this is bringing me back. I remember being so hyped for this game back then. Okay, so here's a preview, I guess, of our orchestra. There's just a lion with a snare drum. Sure. All right. Getting boos, not bravos. Call the IDOS interactive hint line. $1.49 a minute. Touchtone phone required. I don't know what a hint line could tell you about this game other than like, hey, have you tried getting good? Like, I would really like to know what the hint line had to say about this, because oh man, what a scam. Holy crap. All right, getting started. So put the disc in the PS2, do all that. Mad Maestro can only be played with the DualShock 2 analog controller. That's because of the pressure sensitive buttons. Regular DualShock does not have pressure sensitive buttons on it, so you cannot use it. Do not insert or remove controllers or accessories once the power is turned on. Sure. Bravo for Bravo Town. In the musical city of Bravo Town stands an old concert hall, preserved in the hall's history of Bravo Town, going back many generations. So again, the Japanese name for this game was called Bravo Music. So that's why there's a lot of Bravo in the lore for this. Once long ago, the townsfolk began an improvement project to make Bravo Town more modern looking. They decided that the concert hall and all of its history should be torn down. Unknown to the townsfolk, one of the statues in the concert hall wasn't quite as it appeared. One of the statues was, in fact, a fairy. A fairy in disguise. A fairy who had protected the concert hall throughout the ages. The fairy's name was Symphony. On hearing of the destruction plans, Symphony transformed into her true form and flew out into the town to look for help. Alright. There's Symphony, disguised as a statue. Symphony has guarded the concert hall for many years. She's a fairy who loves music and Bravo Town. She's eagerly determined to keep the concert hall standing. Tact. Tact conducts the local Bravo Youth Orchestra. He may be a young conductor, but he's something of a musical prodigy. Until now, he's kept his hidden talents well hidden. Sure. Hey, Dark Gucci. Hey, Jeffo. You are the conductor. You play the role of Tact, the conductor of the Bravo Youth Orchestra. Your crusade is to save the concert hall from destruction. To do that, you have to impress the people of Bravo Town with your musical talent. With each performance, you have to make them want even more. Your story unfolds with each successive stage. You advance to the next stage by conducting your orchestra with energetic skill and virtuoso talent. Symphony will help you in many ways. Do you have what it takes to save the concert hall? All right, sure. All right, controls. You don't really need these for much. You need the D-pad to press D-pad buttons occasionally, and then one of these buttons, one of the face buttons, and then that's it. There's also a child mode in this. Which is sure. I don't think I'm going to be playing on child mode. The two difficulty settings are easy and normal. It's a good idea to select easy while you're getting used to the game. In easy mode, each concert has fewer pieces to play. Tension meter rises more easily, and there's no medley mode. We're not going to do that. I played this game before. We'll play this on regular mode. All right, room menu, story mode, extra fun. Settings, save, sure. All right, how to play. There's blue, green, and red notes hit them when they come up. If there's an arrow displayed, hit the D-pad button to make that work. There's also sustain a beat when a star is displayed in the cue point. Hold the baton button until it's held. Okay, sure. That's one of the few things I didn't remember. Tension meter clearing the stage. Tension meter rises and falls depending on your performance. Bravo, good, bad, and bad. You enter angel mode when the tension meter is full. Continue playing in angel mode until the end of the stage and you'll clear it. In contrast, if you do too bad, your performance ends. If you conduct a bad in angel mode, you enter devil mode. You can escape from devil mode by playing a bravo bar. Okay, sure. If you continue your performance with high evaluation, good timing, you gain the ability to switch to a separate piece called medley mode. Attempt to conduct the piece using the feeling it induces. You receive a bravo evaluation if you manage to conduct the true feeling of the piece. If you make a mistake in the first bar, medley mode will end. Right. Maybe medley mode is what I remember is like why the game was a lot longer than what everything's implying. Alright, keep the tempo, strength, conduct the parts, perform well. Showtime, concert, no tension meter in concerts. Agree the concerts. Okay. I think I remember all that. Bravo Town, master the music, play it loud, mistakes. Oh, that's right. There's a new game plus. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but there is a new game plus, and there's a lot of musical pieces in this. Okay, credits. Okay, let's hop into this, shall we? Okay. All right, Mad Maestro. Okay. All right. Tutorial first. Welcome to the mad, wonderful world of Mad Maestro. From this moment on, you are a conductor. As conductor, your job is to control the tempo of the pieces, control the volume, control the part. Conduct your orchestra with these three things in mind to perform well. Three things that you must do as a conductor. The baton buttons, so the face buttons, keep the tempo and strength. Press any one of those to use them. Easiest one, I usually use square. Interval between press controls the tempo. Sure. Part buttons, up, down, left, right, whenever they come up in the circles. Easy. Press the part button when you should conduct at the same time. Let's look at the game screen. At the beginning, 4 circles on the screen, tempo navigator. Each circle is a cue point. Blue ball that moves between them is a cue ball. Tempo navigator made of the number of beats. If it's a 4 beat, there's 4 cue points. And there's 3 cue points with 3 beats, depending on the time signature. As a conductor, you can measure the beat by pressing the baton button with good timing when the cue ball covers one of the cue points. Good timing is indicated with this mark, circle. Perfect timing is indicated with circle and circle. You'll be told why you're making mistakes. When you conduct too fast, the word fast is displayed. When you're too slow, slow is displayed. Successfully conducting 1 bar, you'll get a good evaluation. In contrast, you only need 1 X mark for it to be bad. On the left of the screen is the tension meter. Meter will go up when you continue to perform well. Opposite's also true. Meter is sink when you conduct badly. Fill the tension meter and you'll please the angel. This is when angel mode starts. You will clear the stage by continuing to play in angel mode. There's one thing that you should be cautious of. Angel mode means that you're performing well. However, if you start to perform really badly, you will lose all the accumulated tension in one go and will start to play in devil mode. You must play a whole bar with perfect marks before you can start to accumulate tension again. Let's move on. To the right is the pressure meter. This indicates the strength that you're pressing the baton buttons. Grass tempo. Tempo navigator will change in size when the tempo changes. Key points will move apart at passages when it slows. Similarly, the key points will move closer together as the tempo speeds up. Constantly look for tempo changes and press the baton buttons with good timing to conduct. The cue points come in 3 colors. Colors indicate the strength that you should conduct. Control the strength depending on how hard you press the button. Keep an eye on the color of the cue points and try to apply the correct strength. Blue cue points are weak. Green cue points are medium pressure. And red cue points are strong. You'll know you made a mistake as the wrong color will be displayed on the cue point. This is a lot trickier than it seems. Base your conducting on all these elements, but also try to perform with feeling. Pressure meter indicates the strength that you're pressing the baton buttons. Try to keep the colors of the cue points and pressure meter the same. Another thing. Sometimes cue points contain an arrow. This indicates the part direction. Press one of the part buttons in the same direction as the arrow at the same time as you press the baton button. Your timing must be very good. If you make a mistake, an X will be displayed. What's more, occasionally there's cue points with the star mark. This is when you can sustain a note. Hold down the button at a star mark. Don't hold the note too long though, as the tension meter will drop. You'll get the most out of this game by setting the volume high. If you're not able to turn up the volume, then use headphones. We hope you have a lot of fun playing Mad Maestro. Alright. So yeah, even though this is a one-button game, this is actually a little complex. Alright, normal mode. Change the difficulty of this game at any time. You should start playing in easy mode until you get used to the game. Nah. Want to start the game now? Yes. Like to go through the tutorial? No. We already did it. Alright, there's our boy Tact. Yeah, well, they have to explain a lot of mechanics to the player, so... I think usually having interactive tutorials is probably the better way to do things. Like Guitar Man had an interactive tutorial. But at least there is a tutorial in this. Darlin, Hanny. Antonio. Nicky Domino, Jean-Paul Neo style. Lunar and Lionel Hart. Adonis. And then our boy Tact lives in the middle of the woods. All right.
Tact! You're Tact the conductor, right? I'm Symphony. Nice to meet you. Actually, I came here to ask something of you, Tact. You know that the concert hall is going to be torn down, right? Well, that concert hall has been a symbol of this town for a long time. Music is a part of life here. If that concert hall is demolished, music could very well vanish from people's lives. That's why I'd like you to help save the concert hall by having your orchestra perform there. You are really fine musicians. And when you play, your music could really change the world. What? You don't think you can do it? You afraid? You don't have enough people? Well, let me borrow your musical powers and we'll see if we can find some people.
I wonder if this is Data from Mega Man Legends.
There are a lot of people here that are sure to join us. Wait, I feel musical powers.
This has got to be the same voice actor as Data. All right. Normal. All right. Get our first save in here. Okay, so before I even get into the stages, I need to calibrate the buttons because I seem to remember needing to do that. Okay. Adjust point A. Okay, so I gotta set the medium start point up quite a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna put this at there, and this like here. Okay, and I gotta set, okay. When I last played this many years ago, I played this on an official Sony controller. This I'm playing on a Fujiwork controller, and the pressure sensitivity for this is way different than I'm used to. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, 80 to 25, because it's very important that you get that right. Otherwise, you're just gonna get blown up in the evaluations.
Darling and Honey are to meet at the town park. But it looks like Darling's really late. Let's try to make them forget their worries by using your musical powers to make them dance. Okay, let's do it.
Well, that's because I'm changing the pressure as I do it, and like trying to get consistent pressure on a button press is very difficult. This is some Jimmy Neutron ass animation here. All right. This is like really high resolution CG in this, at least. Hey, Lee. Okay, Hungarian Dance number 6 in D major by Johannes Brahms. Okay. We just barely cleared that stage. Okay. I need to adjust the sensitivity.
I love you. Honey.
All right, I'll take it. All right. So that's pretty much how the game works. Okay. It's Archie. Okay, so I need to move this up to about here. Move this like as high as it goes. Just getting the medium one correct is gonna be the okay. All right. That's probably as good as I can make that. Getting that calibrated is not easy. Okay. No, don't try it. Most racing games did. The Metal Gear games did. This game,
Look!
like, more than you
There's an
think.
old circus just outside of town. The show's about to start. The star's a really famous acrobat called Luna the Clown. But today, she looks really nervous. Let's help her out with your musical powers. Ready? Let's go.
Also, weirdly, Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII requires a pressure-sensitive controller, but it doesn't use pressure. All right. The Savior of Rundown Circus. Slavic Dance Number 7 by Antonin Dvorak. Okay. Oh man, that kid on the left. All right, we've saved the circus. No, that wasn't angel mode. That was encore, I think. Medley mode. That was medley mode. Was what that was. And that gives you thunder and lightning was the medley mode thing.
You just cleared the medley mode. That gets you a special present. Now you can play the bonus game.
Nah.
If you clear it, you'll be able to play it anytime.
Oh, is it gonna put me right in the bonus game? All right, sure. Mozart Toy Symphony. Okay. This one was in Keyboard Mania. Lunar will put on a magic show for the circus finale. The stage is filled with Lunar and her friends. Cool. She'll need all our support. Using Lunar's magic, make the circus friends come on stage one by one. One friend will walk on stage for every bar of music that you conduct well. Don't make any tempo, volume, or direction mistakes. Strange beings will start to come on stage if you make mistakes. There'll be a fantastic finale if you manage to fill the stage with friends. Good luck. Well, what if there are friends too? Yeah, I have Keyboard Mania as well. I thought there's only 2. On PS2 at least. Yeah, it's there should be two Keyboard Mania releases. The first one being Keyboard Mania, and then the second one is a combination of 2 and 3. All right. Okay. Well, that's 2 games though. There are two PlayStation 2 discs.
Was it fun? Because you cleared this, you can just choose it from the menu and play it anytime you please.
Oh.
Be sure to try again, okay?
I cleared it? I didn't. All right. I screwed up like half that song, but okay. All right. The Savior of Rundown Circus. That's me. Yeah, they're separate arcade music. Yeah, sure, but there was 2 physical releases on PS2. Unless you're saying you bought the arcade games. Which I don't think you did.
A fashion show by the famous designer Jean-Paul Neil-Style is about to begin.
Jean-Paul Neil-Style.
Uh-oh. It looks like there's some trouble backstage. Looks like we're going to have to use your musical powers to fix things up. Okay, let's go.
All right. Sure. Troubled Fashion Show. Finale from Carnival of the Animals. Camille Saint-Saëns. Keep putting butts in the center of the screen, and it's making this difficult. Okay. Ah, fashion. Right.
You've just cleared the medley mode. That gets you a special present. Now, you can play the bonus game.
Aha.
If you clear it, you'll be able to play it anytime.
All right. Bonus game. Dress up, ein kleine Nachtmusik. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The three models in swimming costumes are dressing up. They're quickly getting changed. I wonder what sort of show they're going to put on. Keep the tempo and press the buttons at the indicated strength. An item of clothing will land on a model with each beat, and they will be fully clothed by the end of every bar. Something horrible will land on them if you make a mistake. The game will end if you allow all 3 to be badly dressed. All right. Okay. Yeah, because it's all MIDI, being played on the fly, and it's playing it as quickly as I press the buttons. So if my tempo isn't exactly perfect, then it does sound a little weird.
Well, was it fun?
No?
Because you cleared this, you can just choose it from the menu and play it anytime you please. Be
Alright.
sure to try again, okay?
Nah. I cleared the stage. I don't feel the need to. Okay. I have a feeling all the how long to beat times for this, they probably never got into medley mode, and they probably never did the bonus stages. I'm guessing. That's probably why their times were so quick. So if you're bad at the game, then sure, you can beat the game in an hour and a half.
I hear the sound of a flute coming from down by the lake. Adonis's flute is calling a flock of white birds. Dark clouds are rolling in. It looks like we're in for a storm. We need your musical powers to take care of this. Ready? Let's go.
I remember this stage, actually. I think this is I think this is one of the first like hard stages. This is like the difficulty jump, I think. The Swan and the Boy, scene from Swan Lake. Pyotr Tchaikovsky. Alright. And then they get attacked by that geese. Toreador song from Carmen. Sure. Alright, we don't need to hear this again. Yep, we got the bonus song. Concert with the Little Birds, Dance of the Reed Flutes from the Nutcracker. Another Pyotr Tchaikovsky banger. Great! Adonis can summon small birds with the music from his flute, call all the forest friends, and there'll be a wonderful concert. Press the buttons to keep the tempo and volume. Birds and flowers will arrive with each beat. A single mistake will frighten them all away. A strange creature will appear if you continue to play badly. So play well to fill the screen with birds and flowers. Did it. That's a lot of birds.
Well, was it fun?
No.
Because you cleared this, you can...
Yeah. That's gotta be the voice actor for Data for Mega Man. EE.
Oh no! A UFO just landed! Isn't
Uh-oh.
that ace reporter Antonio rushing off to the scene?
Gila Mouse.
But those aliens don't look like they're in too good a mood. They're making such a big racket. I wonder how they'll react to your musical powers. Get ready. Let's go.
Oh, there they are. All right, Ayla Mouse. Oh, conveniently, you know where to shoot now. All right, UFO Night, Flight of the Valkyries from the Valkyrie, Richard Wagner. Okay. This is a great start. Yeah, Earthworm Jim and also Fantasia. Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Do I have to do the stage again now? Because I held that note too long? No way, I didn't know that was possible. Oh no. Oh my fucking god, dude. Alright. I'm not gonna do the medley then. I'm just gonna do the regular. That's annoying. The manual made it sound like if you screwed up the medley, then you would still pass the stage. Oh god. This is all coming undone. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Shit. Ugh. Alright. man. Hey, Aquas. Because the getting the pressure correct on this is so hard. Especially going from like high pressure to medium pressure. It's like, it is a lot harder than it looks. All right. Okay. I'll take it. I shouldn't have held that note for so long. I wouldn't have to do that again. God. That's annoying. Okay, we got... Have these people always been there? In the... I don't recall them being in the conductor house before.
This concert hall is my favorite place in this whole town.
But this concert hall is a really old building.
The preservation of historic buildings is a really big issue in society today. It's on the same level as solving the mysteries of space.
I'll bet our music could save this concert hall. But for that, we'll need more musical powers. I wonder if there are any other people who can play an instrument.
Now that you mention it, I think I've heard a lion playing the drums in the circus outside of town.
That would be Lionel.
Yes, that would be the very popular Lionel, the musical lion. But actually, he's just a guy wearing a costume. Let's just keep this to ourselves, okay? I wonder if he would help us out just a little bit. It looks like we're doing okay, right? Ready? Let's go.
Sure. And actually, the pressure sensitivity differs by controller too. Like the official DualShock controller is a bit more lenient in this game. I found that the Fujiwork controller that I'm using has like a narrower range of values that it outputs. All right, Marche Militaire Franz Schubert. I don't know. Oh, nice. Stitch it to go to Zetsu. Alright, I'm not making that mistake this time. I think I failed it. I fucking failed this. Incredible. I was stuck in devil mode for like half of that second song. Oh, God. Yes, Trombone Champ is on the to-do list. Great. I'm not even gonna try to do that medley song again. The timing was too difficult. Okay. Alright, I think there's like 2 more stages left.
Yay, 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 yay! Yay, 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 yay! Yay, yay, yay!
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep, literal cat. Or guy in a suit. That's a cat.
A concert hall? If Runa's there helping out, I'll help too. But I don't know anyone else that plays an instrument.
Doing the Scooby-Doo voice, huh?
Listen, Honey has just started to play the cello. I know her. She'll help us.
Darlene says that Honey is willing to help, but she's just started to play the cello. But with your love of music and your musical powers, Honey will do okay. Let's invite her along. Okay, let's do it.
All right. March from the Nutcracker. Tchaikovsky. All right. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well done, honey. All right, yep, we got the bonus game.
You've just...
Quack Quack Racing. Hold on. Hold on a second. What? This is the Quack Quack race between toy ducks in a little pond. It looks fun. Do you want to take part? Yeah, I do. You are the white duck. Follow the volume and direction indicators and aim to be in first place. If you make mistakes, your duck will start to sink and will eventually drown. You'll be able to dash if you conduct with 4 perfect marks or more. Okay. Yeah, Pix is at an exhibition grade. I remember that one. That one's from what, The Incredible Machine, I think, is what used that as the music for it. Alright, we clearly had the best duck. By a lot. Winner! Alright.
Well, was it fun?
Okay,
Because you cleared this.
that one was
You
fun.
can
Finally a fun minigame. Got a nice duck there. Beautiful. This game has moved up at least one number in my rankings. Just by virtue of that alone. Any game with a duck race minigame, it's gotta be good.
I'm so glad you were able to invite me. For music, I'd really like to introduce you to a friend of mine. She's a famous top model.
That means that would be...
That's wonderful. Supermodel Nikki Domino. She's always beautiful no matter what. But people say
I know, she's
she has
got...
a really scary personality.
I was trying to place her
It
accent.
looks like she doesn't care much for Neo Styles designs, so she's not in too good of a mood today. Let's use your musical powers to try to cheer her up. Ready? Let's go!
How proud is a top model? We got a Mozart banger. 40th Symphony, K550, first movement, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. This is the Super Solvers song. Midnight Rescue. Oh man, she's mad. actually fucked up the medley. I didn't do that on purpose. I have actually fucked this up completely. I guess we're playing this one again. There's probably not enough left in the song to salvage this. Dude, it's so easy in this game to just go from doing okay to just completely cratering. Because once you get into devil mode from angel mode, you can, that meter just goes straight down. God. Okay. Maybe I won't mess up medley mode this time. Okay. Bravo. All right. Hey, I unlocked the bonus game. It's probably not a duck race,
Just
though.
cleared.
What we got? The Feast. Divertimento number 1 in E-flat major K113, another Mozart banger. The fashion show is a great success. Everyone is celebrating. Make sure that everyone stuffs their faces. Follow the temple well and the food will keep on being served. Don't make any mistakes with the volume or direction either. Mistakes will cause food to be dropped. The game will end if you allow the manager's anger gauge to fill up. Make sure that the food keeps on coming. It will be a memorable feast. That's a lot of omelets that they're... Okay. Got him.
Well, was it fun?
No.
Because you cleared.
How long has this been? An hour and a half. According to How Long to Beat, should be done with the game by now. God, I haven't been to a buffet in a long time. Probably a good thing. Probably a good thing.
Music, eh? I don't know the details, but I think that working hard is a good thing. Okay, is everything ready?
But we still don't have enough people.
That's right. I do know some others.
Ayla Mouse.
If Antonio is introducing them, then it could only be the aliens? He's still trying to raise them with a TV signal. Is that okay? It's creating such a big disturbance again. Well, it looks like we're in need of your musical powers again. All set? Let's go!
All right. Ayla Mouse in our orchestra, huh? Greetings from Mars, Baba Yaga's hut from Pictures at an Exhibition. Okay. Modest Mussorgsky. Mussorgsky? Mussorgsky. is going on in this background. Okay. My hand's starting to hurt here. Alright. Sure. A. Alright. I think it's my first A. Hey, I unlocked the bonus game. Alien abduction. Alright. Something major has happened. The evil Ikasumi aliens have come. They've trapped Antonio's friends. What should we do? We must save them. Press the exact same conduct button as displayed in the tempo navigator. Conduct well and Antonio will be able to zap the baddies. If you make too many mistakes, couple will be beamed up to spaceship and the game will end. If you can hold out until the end, you'll save up enough power to fire a super powerful beam of energy. You have to destroy the Ikasumi ship. Watch out for the last beam gauge. This is just, this is turned into Space Channel 5 now, it sounds like. Yeah. Okay. That was pretty much Space Channel 5. Summed up into a 1.5-minute game.
Well, was it fun?
No. There's no Space Michael in this, so no. It's not Space Channel 5 without Space Michael.
Good news! Our concert is on. If all goes well, we'll be able to save the concert hall. But do we intend to include these people too?
But perhaps even musical powers aren't enough. Sorry, but I don't think I have any strong friends. Wait, there's someone down by the lake. Maybe that person will help us. All right then, let's go and see. Out on the lake, there's a mysterious man with a fishing line. I wonder if we can use his strength. There's something strange in the air. I feel it. Anyway, let's hurry up and get down there. Are you ready? Let's go.
All right. Secret of the Lake, Dance of the Four Swans from Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky. Yep, and we're scaring all the fish away. It can be kind of hard to see this this orb on the screen because it blends into the background sometimes. Reflections look good. Yeah, like all the graphics are clean in this. I would say. Nice. Because it doesn't. This is one of those PS2 games that doesn't have the anti-aliasing blur all over everything. So you do get some jagged edges on polygons, but I think it looks better this way than trying to hide the jaggies. Like, she's got blur on her.
Just cleared the medley mode.
Yep, medley mode. Hall of the Mountain King by Grieg. The mysterious dungeon. Adonis is searching the basement of a mysterious dungeon. There's an incredible treasure to be found at the end of the basement, but is Adonis okay? You should go and help him. That is a save crystal from the Grand Stream saga, so this is totally part of the Grand Streamiverse. Any volume or direction mistakes that you make will cause ghosts to come out and scare Adonis. Adonis will pass out and the game will end if too many ghosts threaten him. Conduct well and he'll recover. Adonis's experience level will increase if you can continuously perform with perfect marks. Adonis will be joined by his cute friends. Got him.
Well, was it fun?
Yeah, that one was okay. Alright, this should be the final level, I think.
You're that great composer, Ettore.
We want to hold a concert to help save the concert hall.
And for that reason, we'd like to borrow some of your musical talent.
That's trombone.
Can you play an instrument?
Nice. Okay. I played the triangle for some songs. Takes a lot of skill to play the triangle.
With the great composer Ettore, we're finally able to hold our concert. Here's our chance to stop the demolition of the concert hall. With everyone's help, let's have a successful concert. Ready? Let's go!
All right. Final level. Shake it, Bravos. And this is essentially a boss rush. You have to do 4 songs in a row. All right. Okay. Wait. Okay. Just making sure. I thought they had honey on the contrabass. Okay. So there's no meter on the left side of the screen for concert mode. I think you just find out the end of the concert if you passed or not. Great. halfway through. God, that one was really long. Okay, one last one here. Okay. Now we find out if I passed or not. Ugh, God. Please. Please don't fail me. Okay. No encore. No, don't. Oh, no, no. Oh, it's the credits, probably. Alright. Motion and camera design. I'm assuming that's animators. Huh? They don't give the full names of the voice actors? Huh? Yeah, my full name is Jeanette. Full name. No last name. No middle name. Just Jeanette. We've imprisoned the fairy back in her statue. She'll never bother humanity again. Okay. Fresh games. Make a second save. So this is our new game plus save. Yeah, clear data. Shake it, bravos. Okay. So then there's a bunch of other stuff that unlocks. Thank you so much for saving the concert hall. I will have to return to the concert hall. I really enjoyed being with you in your orchestra, though. I'm sure there's still some things left for you to do. With my power, I can turn back time so that you can play again. Bye, Tact. Drop by from time to time, okay? Why they didn't voice act this, I don't know. Hey, Highwin. Story in the room menu has changed to memory. You can now select any stage from memory. So, like, some of those stages I didn't get the melody mode for, or whatever it's called. The second stage in the middle. I'm not going to, but this is how you would get them now. Yeah, so it shows the one that you got. So it unlocks all that. Extra fun. Replay, music room. I'm assuming music room is just, hey, you want to listen to the songs? Here you go. Okay. Bonus games. Of course. And then replay. This is just auto. Huh. You can save your replays of, like, your good stages, I guess. All right. Let's bring us home on this banger again. Quack Quack Racing. I think that separate save file actually changed my pressure settings, because those are definitely different from the rest of the game. Okay, well, I think that wraps up Mad Maestro here. My hand is pretty much destroyed here. So let's take a look at what the save file looks like for this. This being a PS2 game, it's got full 3D save files. So let me see if I can get my PS2 booted up into non-custom firmware mode. And we can take a look. Okay. It might be duck. I think I remember what this one is. It should be pretty apparent what the save icon would be. What would be the mascot of this game besides a duck? It's Symphony. There you go. It's Symphony. It's the dismembered head of the fairy. So if you do delete, there's no custom thing. So that's it. That is the only save data get for that. Like, some games have a custom thing for deleting. Like, if you put that on delete, I forgot what the dog's name is, does that. But no such thing for Mad Maestro. It's just the same blank expression over and over again. Okay. So let's wrap up Mad Maestro here. Okay. All right. Mad Maestro, huh? Completed? Yes, we got to the credits. Cheated? No. Not even sure how you could in this one. So, sure. All right, things I liked. Nice selection of music. Clean graphics, especially for a PS2 game. Like they probably did the graphics the way they did just so that performance wouldn't fluctuate during this, because that's kind of the most important thing for a music game, rhythm game, is to keep the game at a solid frame rate so that there's no drops or anything in the input handling and the music playing. So that's probably why things looked a little too sharp, I guess, for this game. But I think it looked fine. It was certainly low polygon budget and all that, but you know, not every game needs to be Final Fantasy X or Metal Gear Solid 2, you know. Let's see. Very unique control scheme that doesn't use its own weird custom controller. So that's yeah, an old PS2 game, yeah. Yeah, like one of the early PS2 games too, for 2002. The original game came out in 2001. So yeah, this would have been early PS2 as well. So yeah, for a lot of rhythm games, like a lot of them kind of go into the territory of, okay, we need to have this unique controller in order to differentiate our rhythm game. Like Keyboard Mania has a keyboard controller. Beat Mania has the DJ controller. Rock Band has the guitar, and then the drums and all that, and the microphone. Samba de Amigo has the maracas. Pump It Up has whatever that game has. But then games like this managed to use the controller, the controller that came with the system, but also differentiate it from something like a Parappa the Rapper, an Merlami, a Guitaro Man. There's probably a reason why a lot of games don't really depend on being able to consistently use the pressure mechanics, because that was actually a difficult part of playing this game. But I think it is neat that somebody had the idea of, hey, we can make a rhythm game out of this weird pressure sensitivity thing on the controller, and they sure did. Did it work great? Kind of. It worked. It worked, I'd say. Let's see. I like that there are multiple paths through each song. So if you wanted to play through the song and not do the melody mode, then you could skip that. Or you could do the melody mode and do the entire second song as well. Because I know like a similar thing to that would be like the You Rappin' Cool mode in Parappa, but in that you're just spamming buttons kind of along to the beat, and it's just kind of a nonsense mode. At least in this, it makes sense transitioning into another song in the middle of the first one that you're playing. So I like that there's that aspect of it. Let's see. The story segments were cute. I like that. I like the little presentation stuff between it. Some rhythm games get away with just no story at all. But in this, there's at least some exposition, kind of up there with Parappa the Rapper and Merlami and Guitar Man. So I like that they did that, and it wasn't just some like, hey, you're just playing a concert in a concert hall for every stage, you know. So I like that they put those details into there. I like the inclusion of the bonus mini games as well. So that's also a nice added bonus that they didn't necessarily have to do. Okay, sure. Things I did not like. Scoring system was a little too punishing. Because for some of those, like, if you're comparing it to like a Bamani type scoring and life system, in those games you can also lose your life or energy meter or whatever in those very quickly, just as quickly as this. However, in this game, you don't gain it as quickly as you do in a Bamani or whatever type of game. Like, of course, those games have shorter songs on average than Mad Maestro does. But this game puts you in the position of like, okay, I am 70% of the way through the song and I made like 2 mistakes in a row, and now I'm just stuck in this demon mode. And then by the time you get out of it, you don't know how much of the song is left, and because there's so little room for error and it's so slow in getting your gauge back up again that like you just kind of don't know. So it would have been nice if there's like an extra indicator on the screen for like, okay, you're this much through the song and you have this much left, and then you can be like, okay, this is not doable. I should just hit the restart button at this point, you know. So something like that would have been a bit better, or just have the energy gauge go up faster. That also would have been just a change that would make that work. Because it feels like a lot of this relies on the player being familiar with all the songs, like the entire songs, not just the popular parts of the songs that everybody knows, but like the whole thing. So I feel some of that could have been handled a little bit better. As cool and unique as the pressure sensitive button stuff was, it was a little too difficult to get correct. So this is a problem even on standard DualShock 2 controllers and not just the weird third-party one that I have. I remember this being an issue back when I played this 20 years ago. So I don't know, maybe like a little bit more overlap probably between the green and the blue zones and the green and the red zones, because it's really hard to get that subtle difference in finger pressure correct for enough of the songs. And like I said before, if you just get it a little bit wrong a few times in a row, that's enough to just completely tank your score, and then chances are you'd have to do the stage again. And I feel like I just got lucky for a lot of this. Well, the PS2 controller actually outputs, I've actually looked at the data stream from the controller. It's a value from 0 to 255 that comes from the pressure sensitive values from pressing the buttons. So it's not like the controller isn't giving like super fine grained values. It is like it gives you 256 values of pressure depth. But it feels like the game just kind of assumes that the player is going to be that precise, you know. So the tactile feel of playing it, yeah, and like maybe also giving the player the option of binding the conduct button to like the shoulder buttons, because like players nowadays they're more used to pulling an analog trigger for like a racing game or shooting in a modern game. Like I know this predates controllers that for the most part that had the big analog triggers on it, as I know like the Saturn 3D analog pad had the big triggers on it, but it feels like it's a little bit easier to get the fine-grained nuance that you would probably need for something like this out of the triggers, you know. Either that, or as like an additional control option for just binding the different face buttons to have the X button be a light a light conduct, the square button a medium, and the triangle button a heavy press, you know? Something like that probably also would have gone a long way, you know, to make this a little bit more accessible. Dedicated controller, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem though. For a game that was kind of a low budget release for this one, then you'd have to partner with hardware manufacturers for stuff like that, and that's when things get crazy. When you got like, it looked like there was about 8 or 10 people total on the team for this game. Something like that is just out the window. So I appreciate that they did a lot with what they did and the constraints of the controller, because it does really showcase the pressure sensitive button stuff on the controller. But this game is also not very accessible to a lot of players because of it. Let's see. I think that kind of covers what I didn't like about this game, though. Sure, whole game. D&B, no, unfortunately. ALMOUs, absolutely, though. Absolutely. Okay, difficulty, easy to hard. So I only failed a few songs here. I have the benefit of being already familiar with this game because I bought this and played this 20 years ago when it came out. I think this might have been a discount release too, like the brand new. I think it might have been $20. So I can't say I was fresh coming into this game. And a lot of the difficulty, so I feel like this asks a little bit more of the player than your typical rhythm game would, because it not only requires you to keep, for the most part, in time. Like, I know the timing was pretty lenient for this. I was pretty far off the beat on some of those, and I was still able to get acceptable timing valuations. But adding the getting it on the beat and also the correct pressure and also pressing D-pad directions at the same time, that kind of starts to ask a lot of the player, you know? And some of these songs are also pretty long compared to your other your typical like Bomani games, for instance. So being able to keep that up and keep your focus, especially considering how slow your energy goes up and how quickly you could lose it, I would say that probably puts this at a bit above average difficulty, I'd say. Like, this doesn't get as crazy as like what I would describe as a bullet hell that some Bomani games can get into, of like, our song is 90 seconds long, but it's got like 4,000 notes that you have to hit in it. Those are just crazy. This isn't that, but it demands like a different but of equivalent level of focus from the player, I guess, to get through it. Because that's being able to modulate your pressure on the button is a skill that is not usually tested in video games. So just that in and of itself makes this a little bit harder than normal, you know? Because there really isn't any equivalent either. I don't think there's any other like action besides actually playing a musical instrument that would require something like that. Like playing a piano, I guess, with depending on how hard you hit the keys, sure. That is an equivalent thing to this, but besides that, I can't think of anything else that you would use that particular skill for. So that's why I would say that's a bit above average here for difficulty. And then rating 1 to 5. So this has got about 30 songs. They're all MIDI songs. It's not like they use live recordings. The graphics, certainly low budget, but I think it got the job done. Game is about 2 hours long. This would probably be a solid rental. Like I don't think there's enough here to like replay this over and over and over again. Compared to something like Guitar Man, compared to something like Jammer Lammy, I wouldn't put this on the same tier as games like that. And this certainly doesn't have enough variety in songs compared to something like Rock Band or Guitar Hero or Bamani or DDR, things like that, to want to come back to it. And because of the way that the scoring system works and how like not very transparent it is, it doesn't feel like there's a great reason to just play this over and over again, you know. And the bonus mini games also aren't really compelling enough to come back to either. So I think this is a solid like rental, one sitting game, a game to play every once in a while. But I wouldn't call this a must-play for rhythm games or anything. It's certainly a unique game because there really aren't that many classical music rhythm games out there, especially ones that make you conduct. But probably for good reason. Probably for good reason. So yeah, there's a lot to like about this. There's a lot to like. I'll give this a 4. I'll give this a 4 out of 5. This is absolutely not a great, but I would still say that this is probably better than average. So there we go. Mad Maestro done in one sitting, 2 hours 10 minutes, 4 songs failed, 12 saves. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.